Hello my friends, how are you doing today? This is Sherry and my channel is Turquoise Dreaming. Welcome to my channel and to my craft room. I am working on some books today. I have been going through some books that I never showed. I don't think I ever showed on video before, or my Thrifty Thursday or anything like that. So yeah, I'll be listing some in my shop, and then I'll be doing, if I can use them myself, I'll be doing things with them. So I've got 3 here today I wanted to show you because sometimes I go back through things and I'm like, why did I buy this type of thing? So that's not an example here, but it kind of is, because I guess how we are. We buy a book that's not in perfect shape because we think we're going to make a journal out of it, but then we buy so many books that we don't have time to make journals out of all the books we buy. So this is one here. I thought it was really cute, and I think what I really liked about this book was the pictures, and there's a lot of like farm related pictures, and I thought this would just be so cute to use some of these. Look at this, all the little farm animals there, so cute. And I thought it'd be really cute to use these. I mean, look at that, in a farm journal, right? So one day hopefully I'll make a farm journal, but I just wanted to show you kind of like how I'm going to salvage these old beat up books, and maybe we could do it together and see what we come up with and what's left after we take them apart, right? So we're going to take apart some books today. So this is already, you can see it's taped up here from wherever it came from. I don't know if it came from a library or a person. See, here's the tape. This cover would be off if it wasn't for that tape. So it's not like I'm destroying a valuable book here or anything. I'm actually salvaging this from the thrift store where I got it, throwing it in the trash because no one else wanted it, right? No one else was going to buy this, right? So that is so cute. The little donkey. I always say I love animals, but we actually had a mini donkey at one time for a very short time, and I mentioned that before on my channel. His name was Clyde, and we were originally going to get a couple of mini donkeys, and we were going to get maybe a girl. We had a boy, and that was Clyde, and we were going to get a girl mini donkey and name her Bonnie. But we found out very quickly that we were not donkey people, only because donkeys, we had goats with, and the person that sold us kind of talked my husband into buying, there's the cover, the front cover, to buying the donkey, was said, well, they're just like I guess my husband had mentioned that we had goats, and they said to my husband, well, it's just like a goat, and he's like, oh, well, we've had goats for, a little while now. We know how to take care of goats. So, yeah, let's get a donkey. And we got a donkey, and it wasn't like taking care of a goat. It's like taking care of a horse. So, because they have different hooves than, they have different hooves, and, they're just different. They're equine. They're not the goat like we were used to. Even though he was a very small donkey, he was bigger than our biggest goat, and he was sweet and fun. But we just didn't feel like we could take care of him properly, or we wanted to learn how to take care of him properly. So we sold him just after having him for a few months. Even though we loved him, we just felt like we weren't set up for taking care of a donkey. So, but it was fun having him while he was here. It was a good time. So, let's see. I've got a couple of staples I need to take out here. So I'm going to show you how I take out these. These aren't so heavy duty, but they're a little heavy duty because they went through this thick piece of these thick signatures here. So let me get my my staple remover and my pliers is what I use. And I'll repeat that just a second when I get back over here. Yeah, staple remover and pliers. So I'll just loosen these up, usually if I can, with my staple remover. I mean, I could cut these out, but they would be single pages, and I kind of wanted to, like with an X-Acto knife or something. But I kind of want to keep them in signatures if I can. I think that would be really cool, like I said, to use them in a journal where I'm putting in signatures. And some of them might end up being single pages, but okay, so I've pried it up a little bit there. And these is sewn in too. This is one of those old books that's sewn in and staples, so it's kind of hard to get apart. But okay, so then I kind of take my pliers, if I get them up enough to grab with my pliers, and do this. Pry up the prongs like that, and then this side. Let's see what I've got here. I've got one pried up. This one I didn't get up yet. Oops, I poked myself there. Be careful. I didn't hurt myself, but I did put my hand just then, or my finger. Okay, so I've got them both where they could be pulled out now. See, they're straight up. They're not crooked. This one's slanted, but not crooked, like curled or something. So, and this is all, I don't have any kind of fancy staple remover, so we have a staple remover at work that removes big staples. And see, now I've got it out one side, so then I can take my pliers and just pull it out like that. But we have a staple remover at work that removes huge staples, and it is amazing. The first time I've never seen it before. I've just been working at this job since August, so about 6 months. But the first time I saw somebody use it, I was like, what just happened? How did that do that? That really works. And I had never seen a staple remover like that before. It's funny the things that you get a kick out of, right? So, and they have an amazing stapler too, because those big staples that you have, in offices, sometimes it's hard to find one that works really well. I'm just cutting the strings now a little bit. I have these scissors that are pretty sharp. You can use an X-Acto knife. The blades on this particular scissor, this one's a little bit slanted, which I think it's supposed to be like that, of course. And then maybe it's, yeah, I think it's built like that. And they're thin blades, not real thick, so it is easy to get under these strings at the moment. So you just kind of got to figure out what works for you if you're taking a book apart. But yeah, it's a little tedious, but I would say just work with it and see how you do. So let's see how stubborn these strings are going to be. So I've got one here I can clip. Yeah, I can start clipping them here. Yeah, loosen them up, but I can also get in between here. Yeah, let me see if this works a little better than clipping them like I was. Yeah, it might be a little faster. I got my heater on in here. I don't have the house heat on right now. It got up to like 75 yesterday, so it's getting quite warm here in my neck of the woods in February, which I like. So we don't have our heater on, but it was a little chilly in this room, but now I'm warming up. I might have to go turn off my heater in a second. So I have a sweatshirt on too. It just is, our house holds in the chill, like in the summer too, so it's a good thing. We have trees all around, so it's kind of keeps a lot of sun off from our house, so it doesn't warm up. But that's a good thing in the summer, because your air doesn't run as much as you might think it needs to if you have a lot of sun shining on your house. So let's see, almost there. Let's see if these come apart now with a couple more clips. Alright, let's see. So there's one that came out by itself. It's just because it was single. I didn't cut it or separate it. It was single. Okay, so let's see if these are going to come apart now. Yep. Now there are still strings in there, but I have to just pull those out, and they're already cut. So these are signatures. and they can be used in a journal, or I can cut some up for journaling cards, which if we have time we might, but I just wanted to see and show you in case you've never taken apart a book, which probably most of you have, but just how I'm doing this. Plus I want to process these for use, and because I have like I said, some books that I'm going through, and what I did was take out a stack. And so this was in the stack that I'm going through. So I have this stack, these to process for my own use. Here's the tape that was on the back, part of it at least. And then I'm processing these few for my own use, and then I'm putting some whatever I decide to put in my Etsy shop. So this one came out by itself. Again, that does happen in books where they put some in just the way they bind them. They put it in as a single page. So, and that was I think the first and last page possibly in that signature. So at least, so there's another page. I'm not necessarily worried about keeping these in order, but maybe we will, just in case. And this one's got a little tear on it. I was looking at this book before the video, and I'll show you we'll look at the pages real quick here and see. I don't think I'll be making any tags or journal cards today, but like say there's little pictures on, see what's on the other side. It depends on what's on the other side, but say there's little pictures on a page, I could cut these out and make little journaling cards or something like that with the smaller pictures. Most of them have the bigger pictures, so I'd want to use those as signatures in a journal. And I could cut them to like this. If I was making say a ring binder journal, I wanted to put some of these in there, I would just cut this part, the fold off. But there's the first signature. And I think we have all the strings pretty much out of there, so that's what that looks like. And then here's another signature. We've got a couple strings here. And this book was from 1940, so quite a lot of age on here. So the pages are actually in really good shape for the age. This one's a little bent. Let's see. Are they all like that? No, these are flat. Nope. This is bent too. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See right here? I don't think I did that. I think it was like that. You know, where the back cover was coming off, and it was just getting worn, but it's not tearing or anything, so I still could use this as a whole. It's, I'm pulling on it. It's nice and strong, so I'm going to keep it in here as usable for now, but we'll see in the end. I think this one has a tear in it, but yeah, I don't know about that. I could, if I could cut these down and sew them back together, or glue them back together, or other things. You could join them with, put some reinforcement there too, a piece of washi, piece of paper. So we'll see what I end up doing with that. And then here's another page here. Okay, is that it? That is it. So basically it was two signatures plus this page, and I don't know if I took this off of something, but I'm going to join it. I'm going to put it together with this one. It looks like maybe it was there. And that's that book. So the next book, I have two books. This one, I'm sure I got it for the cover. It's very beautiful, I think. It says The Merry with an M-E-R-R-I Christmas Cookbook, Peter Popper Press. The little spine here is coming off. It's kind of all off here. See that? It's all just coming off. So perfect little book that I brought home to use to make a journal with. The pages are, it is a cookbook, a little cookbook. What did it say? It says Merry Christmas Cookbook, so I guess these are supposed to be Christmas recipes. They are cute. Look at that one, has a red and blue on it. And, oh, look at that one. Cover, little divider page there. That's pretty. And very cute little pages. So this is from 1955. This is a little poem about Christmas Day there. Holiday canopies. Canopies. So what I would do with this is go ahead and take off the cover. A lot of times I'll just cut the cover with scissors right here in this fold. Usually that's the easiest way to do it. So let's see what this looks like after I cut it. It looks good. It looks good. A very good journal, little journal cover. Very pretty. And I would put paper here and cover this. Here's the pages, and this looks good too. So super cute. Sometimes I will just cut. See, here's the extra paper here, and there's a little bit of extra paper there. So I will just cut right next to the book, the actual hard book cover, and cut this extra paper off and get it ready to make a journal cover. There we go. This one, it has a little extra paper too. Go ahead and cut that off. You know, I usually put a little fabric on my spine, so that would all be covered when you make your new spine, of course, with all the materials you use to make a new spine. But there we go. Ready to make a little journal out of that. And the pages, let's see, let me get rid of this. How are they coming out? These are going to be, these are, these look like signatures, yeah. Okay. So it's joined by some glue and paper here. Let's just take some of this paper off. I just want to make it easier for me to get these signatures apart. So if I take as much of the glue and paper off here that I can, it'll be just easier. I might be able to just pull them apart. We'll see. You know, like this. Let's see. Sometimes I'll just start somewhere where I can find a divide in the pages. Now these two pages are glued together here. So yeah, this one's going to be a sacrifice. Is there strings in here too? Let me see. Yeah, there's some strings in here too. Okay, let me get my sharp scissors again. Cut the string right here, the first one. Glue and strings on this one. I just get it started somewhere where it looks like it might want to come apart. Without destroying it. There's another string here. See, it's almost apart. There's probably a string right here. Yeah, I see it. There we go. Almost. There's one more string. Okay, there we go. Alright, so yeah, there's lots of little signatures in here. Here's another one here. But are there more strings? Let me see. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, they're just going through. They're broken now. They're cut there where they were. So it's just, you pull, at this point, I can just pull it apart when I'm ready to do something with it. But yeah, this looks like one signature here. I don't know if I'll be able to actually get a page out to in signature form. You know what I mean? This is a single page that's glued on here, it looks like. So I would just pull that off. And this one too, I think is, nope, this one looks like it's got 2 pages. So again, those strings have already been cut, but they're still through the pages. So you can just give a little tug, not too hard, so you don't rip everything apart, make big holes or rips or anything. But see, they just kind of start pulling out once you cut them somewhere. They're almost like loose. See that? It just pulls right out. And the next one, and then that's what I do through the whole book if I'm taking signatures out. There we go. We have our double pages here. Just a matter of pulling the strings out at this point when you get it to this point. So that's what I'll do with the rest of that. Take those apart. I might make up some new book page bundles with some of these because it's way more than I can use, you know. So we'll see about that. I mean, I would like to do it, so if y'all want it, I will do it. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, I'll just peel this glue off a little, as much as I can. If I can't get it all off, I would just use this as a single pages. This is really pretty. This could be a pretty drawing card or tag if I wanted to use that separately. So, yep, that's what I'll do with the rest of that. Taking that apart like that. I won't do it on video right now, but just to give you an idea. And then this one I picked up because I love these little, I think this is a Betty Crocker book. I love these little Betty Crocker books, but it came like this. So here's what's left of the spine. It's just like this. I haven't done anything with it. So, but look at the pages. They're so cute. They're small, they're single pages, and they have all these little, you know, colorful pictures on them. And I really love these little cookbooks. I think I have made a journal out of these before, but at this point I would just take off, and I have my flyers already out here, so I would just take off this spiral, you know, little coil here, and what you do is find the end. There is an end. It's right here on this one where it comes together, and these I've tried to reuse these a long time ago. I tried to reuse coils, but when you take them out, you have to bend them out a little bit, and then they just get, and plus they never really fit back into anything unless you put it back into these same pages, so they're just not the perfect size for anything. And so yeah, I just take them out like this. You bend them out. See, there the ends come together there. And I have binded also. I have put these together, so I know how they just kind of go together like that, and then you can take them back apart like this real easily. So if you see a book like this, it is easy to take apart like this. Just bend these coils out. You know, I knew I could just take this apart real easily when I saw it in the store. I thought, well, you know, I can take that apart, use those pages, and I have some cute little pages. So now at this point, it's just a matter of slipping it out of the back here and kind of work it around. Well, you can also just slip the pages off. Hold on, let me straighten this up a little bit. This is crooked. It'll be easier to get the pages off if they're not so crooked. Okay, and just slip the pages off. That'll be easier, actually. Like this. I say it's easier. I promise. See, they just slip out like that. I don't want to tear them apart or anything. And if you need to help you get, you know, hold your pliers to help you get a grip on it, maybe that might help. Or just, it's just winding it around that curve there at the end of this coil. have to get the pages around. Maybe I'm trying to take off too many at a time. That's probably what it is. Yeah, there we go. I was trying to do too many at a time. Okay. You would think they just all come right off, but it's got to go over that little, whatever curve you've got in your coils there. And they're all different because we just pulled them back. See, just trying to go over that. You can try to bend them back a little bit more. Let's try that. I'm used to putting these together, but not. I have taken them apart though. I have taken apart many a coil. The spirals too that wind around. All you have to do is undo the end and make it straight so that it will go through the holes. Make one end straight and then just twist it and it comes right out. So we are doing this, taking our pages off here. And then these books will be processed as far as me making progress to do something with them where they're not just sitting on my shelf anymore, waiting for me to do something, right? So progress is progress, even if it's just this, you know what I mean? I'm not finishing anything, but I'm making progress, at least. So that is important when you have craft supplies, right? You buy them, and sometimes you have to get them ready for use, especially things like this that you bring home from the thrift store. So I'm going to continue this, taking all of these off. And, you know, like I said, these pages are really cute, but this isn't something I could just pop into my thrift store. My Etsy store shop. It's not something I could just pop in there and somebody's going to want it, you know. I have to get it together as far as maybe in a book bundle or something. Book page bundle if I want to sell any. So I can always add these. I do have a cookbook page bundle in my shop. I could always add these to that. That's an option. Or just make a separate one of miscellaneous book pages like I have here today. So I don't want to really rip these holes because I think they're cute to put in a journal if I'm going to use these. So that's why I'm not like just ripping them off or cutting them off. I want these little square holes here because you can put it in like this. You can put it in like this. You can make envelopes out of these. You can make journaling cards, tags, just whatever, anything and everything that you can think of. You can make out of these little, any little book page that you like, you know, pretty much. So I hope you enjoyed my progress on my books today. And keep an eye on my shop if you are looking for vintage books that you can use for making journals, or add to your collection of vintage books, or maybe you're looking for a recipe book or a children's book. I have lots in there and I'll be adding more. So thanks for watching today, and I'll see you in my next video. I'm going to finish this in just a minute. See you later.